What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Pose, Season 1, Episode 3. All right, good episode. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this whole episode was like Christmas time. It was nice to get a Christmas in June. Not July. Christmas in June. But I thought it was a really good episode. Nice to get a little holiday feel. So we start off Christmas at Blanca's house. Everybody's talking about their experiences for Christmas. Damon is talking about how happy his Christmas was because he gets to dress up. He got to dance around. He got to basically be himself without getting judged. Even his daddy giggled. Angel is kind of down about the whole situation. And she says that when she was 6, her father took her to the store to buy Christmas presents. And she fell in love with this pair of red pumps. And she stole one. And she said she put them in her jacket. And when she was trying to go up to her room at the house, it fell out of her jacket. And she said her dad slapped her very hard across the face. She don't know if it was for stealing or more than likely it was because of what he stole. And she said after that, things were never the same between her and her father. So she really doesn't have any happy memories associated with Christmas like that. So she ain't really feeling the Christmas spirit. Poppy said he want her gift. You know, if she don't want it, he gonna take it. So we're at the ballroom and the category is, what was the category? The category was high fashion, but with the fur coat. So guess who walking, child? Ricky said he gonna take him a walk, honey. So Ricky walked, baby. He came out there with a nasty old piece of rabbit hamster fur coat on, honey, and took that runway. I said, you better walk, Ricky. But Ricky had a lot of confidence, but he got to work on that strut because the strut wasn't hitting on nothing. But Ricky got second runner-up. Ricky got first runner-up, excuse me. He did pretty good, but he still got to work on that strut, honey. They're eating afterwards, and Damon tells Blanca that he thinks that Ricky could join the house now that he has a trophy. And Blanca's first, she like, where you got that damn jacket for? And he said he boosted it, you know, from a coat check, but he gonna bring it back. She like, listen, I'm doing you a favor by letting you in my house. That's not what we about, though, you know. So she lays down the law for him and tell him what he need to do. She was like, bud, we gonna have to work on that strut, baby, because the judges like confidence. They don't like cockiness, okay? So you got some things to work on. So she decides to go ahead and let him move into the house, which is cool. The announcer, y'all. I can't think of his name. It starts with a P. But the announcer, he's in the elevator, and so is the dance teacher. They're going up to the hospital, and you can tell that they don't know each other, even though we know both of them. They go in 2 different directions, and you can clearly tell that they're in the AIDS ward when they get up there. Y'all, when I was a young kid, I remember this time when AIDS was like a new disease. And by the time I got to be a teenager, you know, some of the stigmas had been lifted, but a lot of people didn't want to touch people with AIDS. They thought they can get it any kind of stupid way. So this is very, very illuminated in this part when the announcer goes into the room with his friend, and he sees that the nurse have left the food outside the room, and they didn't even leave the boy a fork to eat his food with, okay? As if they touched the fork, now they got AIDS. It's just not the case. That's not how it's transmitted. You know, do your research, guys. It's just not. But it was a lot of ignorance floating around the world at that time, so, you know, that's what people thought at that time. So he's sitting with him, and then we have the dance teacher. She's going to see one of her former students. Oh, it just made me so sad to see him dancing around like that and, you know, just really going through it, okay? They're both just there to comfort their friends during their last moments because at that time, HIV and AIDS, like AIDS came swiftly. You know, now you can live with HIV for your whole life. You can have kids, you get married, you can do everything. Now you can take PrEP and you can sleep with somebody who have it and not get it, okay? But at that time, that wasn't the case. It's swift. You often didn't die of AIDS. You died because AIDS is immune deficiency syndrome or whatever. Acute immune deficiency syndrome. So your immune system is so weak that you can get a cold and die. And that's what happens. You get a cold, you get pneumonia, and you die. Okay, so it take you out fast, you know. So they're just comforting the people that they're with at that time. Announcer, his name is Preston. Y'all, I can't remember this man's name. But Prestige. Oh, it's gonna kill me until I remember his name. But anyway, he is dressed in Blanca, getting her little Christmas outfit together. She talking about how she gonna slay Electra at the ball and X, Y, and Z. And, you know, he's kind of down. He said he don't have no Christmas plans. You know, he probably just gonna go to the movies or something. And they talking about how their friends are dying. And, you know, he didn't want to talk about it because, you know, Blanca has just been diagnosed. And she like, no, I'm trying to build something, you know, after I left. Because he actually do the kids know. The kids don't know. She haven't told everybody, basically. Because she wants to build something. And if they think she could die at any day, they're not going to really get behind it. So I don't think she's told all of them. But he's crying because he's like, how can you get attached to anybody if everybody's always dying? Like, I really felt bad for him in that moment. And then she invites him out, you know, to eat with them for Christmas dinner, because you damn sure ain't gonna be by yourself on Christmas. You need to be with family, people who love you. Angel and her white boy, I think his name is Stanley. Yes, Angel and Stanley, they go to their place. And it's a nice little cute little apartment. She says she feels so safe there. And you know, she asked him on Christmas night, can he stop by for an hour? But as soon as shit came out her mouth, I was like, bitch, it's not going to happen, sis. You might as well just wrap that shit up, girl. It ain't happening. So, but he tell her he gonna try to get away for an hour, and then he was looking at her like, let's wait a while. But no, let's do it right now. Okay, so you ready? You know, they climb on in there, and when he grabbed the condom, I was like, who is putting on the condom? Was I wrong for trying to figure out who was putting on the condom? Was it gonna be him or her? I didn't know. But anyway, they figured it out and they made it happen. And the girls are at the house, you know, trying to get together their dance for the ball, for the Christmas ball. So, you know, he working with them, then he realizes he's late to class. So he dashes off to class. His dance teacher, she kind of took her, you know, anger out on him about her student, you can tell. And she going off on him, telling that he need to be on time. She uses two things. She uses embarrassment and she uses encouragement. Now, she done encouraged his ass already. Now he late and he embarrassed her. He like, why you calling me out in front of everybody? You know I'm doing this and whatever. She was like, you being disrespectful. Basically, right now you being disrespectful. Okay? You doing the most and you can get out. And she kicks him out the class. I said, this ain't gonna be no good. In Dawson Creek at work, and Stan comes out from a big meeting. Dawson Creek like, what the hell? What kind of meeting? That's the executive meeting. What you up in there for? And he like, listen, I had an idea. You know, I told the bosses, and they told me I should tell the big boss. You know, I should tell him directly. He was like, so you just went over me? He seemed like the type of dude who like to take credit for your work. Like, he would have just went in there and told him like that was his idea. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, you know, it's not that big of a deal. You could have came into the meeting if you wanted to too. You know, I ain't mean nothing by it. And dude was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I see you. I was like, there you go. You got a hater in your midst, and he know your business, bro. This ain't good for you. Electra is at the doctor's office. Apparently, she used to go to this doctor that passed away, and he was the one who got her started on, you know, electrolysis and hormones and everything. He kind of helped her become the woman that she is today. And the clinic has opened in the hospital again, and one of the people, the new doctor, saying that Electra is the perfect candidate. She was on top of the waiting list, you know, and she talks about, well, they don't talk about it, but you know it's going to be a cost associated with this reassignment surgery. So Electra is like a transsexual or a transgender person, as we would call it today. She wants to be a woman, an actual woman. So now she can see that maybe this is a possibility for her. You know, now you can kind of see her light up a little bit. Electra is pondering in her bomb ass loft, okay, when the other girls come in, and she's saying that, you know, what they're gonna do for Christmas. Christmas is this. You know, they kind of hating on Christmas. And, you know, Electra go off telling she don't know they struggle. You know, she don't know. I'm sorry, the girls are telling her, well, if you can get your boyfriend to give us something, you know, our Christmas will be lit. And she was like, bitch, you don't know what I go through. He counts every penny, and everything I can steal away. It goes to rent, it go to food, it go to this, that, and the other. You bitches are ungrateful. And then she's like, you know what? This is Christmas, and, you know, I shouldn't take my anger out on you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the wrong thing to do. So you know what? Let's go deck these halls, bitch. So they go out. I knew this was a plain scheme for the no good, because before she gave that little speech, she looked in the mirror like, I'm about to get these bitches. Okay. This why I feel like Electra was a bad house mother. Like, she encourages bad behavior in her children, whereas Blanca encourages good behavior in her children. And I feel like when Blanca was in that house, it probably was the same shit going on, because she talked to them like trash. You know, she got them out there committing crimes and shit. Like, Electra ain't shit, okay? But I'm here for her. I love her. So anyway, they going out there. Electra got a big ass fur coat on red. I'm like, girl, if you just could not be incognito, honey. So they go up to the Salvation Army. You know how they collect money for Christmas. One go put some money in, the other one go drop a purse, and you're looking all over the ground while Electra run up, snap the thing with the chain, and they run away with it. They make it all the way back to the house. Guess how much money it is? $2,300, honey. They talking about human hair wigs and spa treatments and all this shit they gonna get with the money. In my mind, I'm like, Electra is gonna take that damn money right on down to the clinic, and that's exactly what she did. She took that down to the clinic and was like, bitch, I got 5 on it, okay? Put me down for surgery, sis, gonna sign me up. Goes down to the studio. His teacher has called, and she's like, listen, you know, she's concerned. She thinks that Damon is not gonna be able to split his time between the balls and between, you know, dancing. And she kind of insults Blanca when she says, what we do here is work. Kind of like she took it, you know, like she's degrading or looking down on the ballroom scene. And Blanca like, listen, what we not gonna do is do that. And she's like, I'm not saying what you do is not work, but it's going to be hard for him to do both. Like, he needs to focus on his education, and he cannot get too distracted. So I felt where the lady was coming from, even though she came off a little disrespectful, but it doesn't seem like she thinks down or any less, you know what I'm saying, of gay people or the ball scene. She just feels like it's distracting. She was like, you know, if you push him, then he's going to go to what he loves and what makes him feel good. She's no balls. He needs to get it together and X, Y, and Z. Because she was like, you know, he can do what he wants to, but at the end of the semester, I'm making cuts. And as of now, he's cut. He won't make the cut. So Blanca has some explaining to do. When she gets home, she scolds Damon. He like, listen, I was gonna take care of it, you know, before you even find out. She like, I don't want to hear all that shit. You're not going to the Christmas ball. You're not gonna do this because you need to get on top of your stuff, and you will not mess up this opportunity for yourself. And he goes off on her. I'm going. You can't keep me from going. She like, you damn right I can't keep you from going, but what I can do is throw your shit out on the street, out this window, and you won't have nowhere to live. And he's like, I hate what you're doing to me. And she like, you can hate me from the room. Bye. You can tell, though, it affects her when she leaves, because even though Damon is a grown person, he's still like a child. You still got to, like, rear these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to tend to them like you their mother, hence the name Mother. Dan is looking at some jewelry for his wife and for Angel, and he has his daughter with him. He sent the daughter away, you know, and he buys 2 gifts, right? So the daughter peeped that shit, though. She was up in the mall, and she peeped them 2 gifts. Wife is at home. She pouring some wine, and Dawson's Creek show up. And we like, wait a minute, Dawson's Creek, why the hell is you over here in the middle of the night? He got a whole bunch of gifts talking about he was dropping off his Christmas gifts. And, you know, he come in there, he kind of flirting with her real heavy. And she a good wife and all of this shit here. And she like, boy, you a playboy. You don't want nobody. You don't want to settle down. He's like, I get lonely and all this here. And she's like, yeah, you know what, my husband, he not really at home that much. You know, he seemed like he married to you. He not married to me. And he was like, I don't keep your husband late at work. Whatever do you mean? I don't keep him late. I've never kept him late. So trying to put that little seed of doubt in her mind, like her husband is cheating on her. So then he go over there and sit down and kiss her. I said no. And she pushed him off like, go ahead. And she tell him it's not going to be another time, but it's going to be another time. You could tell the look in her eye because she wasn't really adamant about it. Then Stan comes home. He see the dude at his house. He pissed. He walk him out. He like, bro, like, you doing all this shit over work, and I'm the same way. You doing all this shit behind work, bro? Like, next time you come to my house, you need to make sure you call my house before you show up. But he, like I said, he should have never told dude he had a girl. He should have never said that shit, okay? Because now the man know his business and can hold it over his head. So this is not gonna be good for nobody. Back at the ballroom, and the category is stone face, honey. So they come out there, you know, we got a couple of people come out there looking good during their walk, but then Angel shut it down, honey. He said, you is the frothiest bitch in New York. You better do it. Serve it a stone cold realness. And I was 100% here for it. That is my favorite part of the whole show. The announcer is everything to me, child. I love to hear him talk about people when they are walking down the barroom. Girl, I be getting my life. Now I want to go for real, okay? But I don't know if they're going to want me in there, but I want to go. I just want to go. Angel wins a trophy, and later home that night, Blanca goes home to find Damon. You know, he's sitting around looking all sad, and he tells her that, you know, she was right. He's a good, you know, that she's a good mother, and, you know, he was wrong. He do need to focus. But he starts talking about losing his innocence and how, you know, he wish he could go back home to his family. You can kind of tell he just missed his family. You know, Christmas is a time for family. You know what I mean, y'all? More so than the birth of Jesus or whatever, which we know Jesus wasn't born on Christmas. But it's more, for me, it's more about spending time with my loved ones and my family. A time where everybody that's all over the country will come back together, you know, home and see and spend time with your family. So you can tell he kind of missing his family and trying to remember when he lost his innocence and really like, this is my new life. Like, this is my life. I can't even go home to my mama. They don't even want me no more. So he has a moment. He cries on her shoulder. It was a nice moment between them. Next morning, him and Ricky wake up for Christmas, and Ricky bought him a Walkman, which I thought was cute. He did not steal it. He said he saved his coins and bought it for him. I was like, oh, that's so nice. And then Damon jumps on top of him and tell him that he ready to give up that vagina. I said, wait a minute. You about to give up the pussy? Oh, wait a minute. You ready? Oh, my God. Or is he going to be the top? Child, ain't my business. He said he ready. I just hope they was using protection because, you know, Ricky was out here. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what he was doing. He was sleeping in the slums and the park benches and screwing with everybody's child. So you just watch yourself. I hope y'all using protection. Family with his family on Christmas Day, and his wife is acting real stank. So, you know, he go in the kitchen like, babe, I got a present for you. Why you don't want to open the present? And she like, Dawson's Creek told me he's never called you in late for work. And so he tells her, listen, you know what I'm saying? I have like 10 bosses, girl. He not my only boss. Number one. And she was like, your daughter told me about the 2 gifts you got. And he was like, if you think I'm lying, look, he opened up the gift and it's the bracelet and the necklace in the same box. And so he gave them both to her and kind of played it off or whatever. I don't know if he gave her the gift that he was going, probably that was the gift that he was going to give to Angel, and he ended up giving it to her to kind of smooth face. Because after he gave her that, she was like, you know what, I'm so sorry, I just miss you, I just want you to be here, whatever. So it was just like a quick little deterrent. So you already know, because she started saying, I just want you all day with us, you know, I'm just used to being with you all the time. I was like, girl, he ain't gonna make it to the house. He ain't gonna make it to the house. He ain't gonna make it. Angel is in her apartment making cookies and she getting all cute. Remember, she just won a trophy, so she feeling good, honey. She put on her cute outfit. She thought her boo was coming through, but that mug did not come through. And I could have told you that at the beginning of the episode, sis, he wasn't coming over to the house, so he ain't make it over there. And she was feeling some kind of way about that, which, you know, is understandable. She's pissed. She throw the cookies away, and she going back to the house. You know, she going back to mother to celebrate Christmas with her funky attitude. Everybody at the house, Poppy, Blanca, Brandon, the announcer, not Brandon, Damon, and Ricky, everybody's there. And they making turkey and stuff like that, but they burned the turkey. The turkey got thrown out the window. You know, Blanca tell Angel, listen, we your family. Turn up, girl. Men gonna come, they gonna go. Don't be worried about that white boy. And so they end up going to a Chinese restaurant. And so Blanca has a gift for everybody. And it was so nice. She gave Ricky a watch. Y'all, Ricky was crying when she gave him the gift. I was like, Ricky! You better cry, Ricky. You can tell ain't nobody never did nothing nice for him. Like, he really feel like in the family. I was like, you better... The whole scene just gave me the feels. Like, I was just like, oh, you guys. Oh, she gave Damon some socks and a nice bag, like a JanSport book bag. It was JanSport, too. She gave Poppy a jacket, a leather jacket. She gave Ricky a watch. She even gave the announcer, she gave him a camera because she said, before I met you, my life was black and white, and now it's full color. And he was like, and this is the most poignant gift to me. She gave Angel a pair of red pumps, like she talked about the story at the beginning, and you could tell it really touched Angel very personally. She really, really loved the gift. And then they all gave her a gift. The gift was a heart because she is their heart. So it was like a necklace with the heart on. It was just such a nice moment, y'all. Like, it really gave me the little feels, like they're a family. And, you know, I feel like even if you don't agree with people, I hate to say lifestyle, but even if you don't agree with homosexuality or whatever the case may be, like, I feel like everybody can identify in some way about being excluded, about not being included into something, and, you know, feeling like, you know, you are on the outside and nobody wants you. You just trash. You know what I'm saying? And to have a family and people you can connect with, I think that's a beautiful thing. Like, I love this show. Like, I am 100% here for it. It's everything to me, okay? So I want to hear your thoughts about this show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you would like to follow me on social media, my tag is @WhoIsAprilDawn. That's @WhoIsAprilDawn, okay? So I'll holler at y'all next week. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.